Good afternoon, this is your captain speaking with just a little flight information. Coming up on the left, we're going to be catching a glimpse of the Grand Canyon. On the right, you can be able to see the Hoover Dam in just a few minutes.
Is the document with all the details. We're learning not only was that pastor under the influence of a sleep aid, he also blew up .17 after being detained following that flight. Now he could face charges. This is the official charging document laying out the bizarre behavior of a pastor on board a Delta flight earlier this month, where he urinated all over a female passenger. Now that it's public record, the pastor is Daniel Chalmers, a successful religious leader in Raleigh, North Carolina. Here's an excerpt of his teachings for purchase, claiming he healed a blind man.
I started praying and I started putting my fingers up and he was healed.
Chalmers was on board the Red Eye from Las Vegas to Detroit when he allegedly walked to the back of the plane and urinated on a Detroit woman, Alicia Beverly.
It started to get warm on this side of me.
Ironically, there was an off-duty Detroit Metro Airport officer on board who intervened right away.
I jumped up and I seen his private area out, so I screamed and that woke everybody on the plane up. By the time I actually looked at him and I see him shaking himself up, I'm like, this man just peed on me.
When the plane landed in Detroit, Chalmers was detained and given a breathalyzer showing a blood alcohol content of .17. He claimed he only had 2 drinks before boarding and an Ambien. He apparently doesn't recall urinating on anyone. Alicia says she's traumatized.
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit y'all with another video. Hope y'all are having a very great day so far. My day is going very well. Hope y'all are having a great week too. But anyway, we have an update to a story I did last month. Yes, you know the one about the pissy pastor. And we was trying to figure out who this pastor was. We had everybody from the north, south, east, and the west coast trying to figure out who in the hell this pastor was from North Carolina. They even started accusing pastors from South Carolina, like John Gray. Like, John Gray, big ass, ain't got nothing to do with this. I mean like that. But anyway, this is an update to a story. All I want to say is, thank you to my channel members and subscribers. We finally got him. Yes, we finally got him. And the guy who's in questioning goes by the name of David Chalmers. Look like somebody that'll take a leak on you. But anyway, now allegedly, around last month, David Chalmers and this woman, Alicia Beverly. And Alicia Beverly, you need to get some money out of this deal. Anyway, they was on a flight, a red-eye flight. And one thing about it, when I heard the word red-eye, well, some piss get in your eye gonna be really red. Anyway, they was on a red-eye flight, and all this allegedly happened around 2:45 a.m. And you know nothing good happened around 2:45 a.m. Either you're knocking boots or you're knocking somebody's head off. Anyway, so what happened, the story goes, is that Alicia Beverly was asleep beside her sister, and she felt something warm, some kind of warm liquid all over her body. And the pastor must have drunk about 240 ounces. I don't know what the hell he drunk, or a couple Red Dogs. Anyway, so she woke up and she seen the pastor shaking himself off. And I'm like, oh my God. But my thing is this right here. How in the hell can you be so damn drunk and sleepwalking, but you still remember to shake your wee-wee off? I don't understand it. And some of y'all don't even shake them things off. Shake them things off. The woman tired sucking them old pissy penises. Anyway, now, so she screams out, and there happened to be a police on board. And I guess ever since 9/11, these cops be on every damn flight. You don't know who the police is. So the police rushed and tackled the hell out the pastor. And the pastor was charged with simple assault. But we were trying to figure out who the hell this pastor was. And everybody said one thing. And I'm not a colorist. I'm not racist by a long shot, as you all can tell. They said, Trey, the pastor is white. I'm like, oh my God. Maybe that's why we can't find. But anyway, due to the Freedom of Information Act, we found out who this pastor was. So anyway, the pastor said that he was taking his sleeping pills, Ambien. And some of you all taking up for the pastor. I'm like, well, okay. Well, you know, maybe Ambien do that. But I'm like, with this, okay. If Ambien do that, then we will have people pissing on people all across the country. I don't be hearing stories like that. But what happened allegedly, and this comes from the pastor's mouth, allegedly, that the fact was that he had something in the drink. I don't know if he was drinking some Crown Royal, some tequila, some 8-Ball. I don't know what the hell he was drinking. You know what I'm saying? Some Patron. Who knows? Anyway, so you know alcohol and medication do not mix. I mean, because damn, I done took some alcohol and some medication before, you know, back in my days when I was sinning and stuff. Anyway, and hell, I lied, I pissed on my own self. Forget pissing on somebody else. So he said that's the reason why he had this kind of allergic reaction. Some of y'all say, well, no, it's the Ambien that do that. I think y'all just trying to justify this pastor pissing on somebody. But anyway, we finally got it. I'm not going to tear it too long like they say in churches. We talking about church. Anyway, the pastor resigned. So what I'm going to do is read a quick snippet from the story, and I'm going to give my opinion. All of it. Surely, as we go. Pen Pastor Hunt comes to an end. It was a hunt. I was on the hunt. My subscriber was on the hunt. I just want to thank you all sincerely so much. If we ever meet, I will take you out to dinner and everything. You know, might buy you a damn outfit. Anyway, now, after nearly 2 weeks, we're going on 3 weeks of speculation that had pastors across North Carolina issuing denials, an online North Carolina news outlet identified the Reverend Danny Chalmers as the well-known pastor charged with disorderly conduct for allegedly urinating on a fellow passenger on a flight to Detroit. Ain't no damn allegedly. The woman had to sit there and piss her ass clothes, soaking wet. And shame on you, Delta Airlines. Shame on you right now. Spirit wouldn't have done this. American Airlines wouldn't have done this. And I'm sure a private damn plane company wouldn't have done this. But shame on you, Delta. Made that woman sit in them piss ass clothes. You ought to have emergency clothes. You know what I'm saying? A robe or a big ass thick blanket or something for people who get urinated on and people who get shitted on. Anyway, now the North Carolina Beat published a police report on Monday naming Chalmers a charismatic Christian minister from Catch the Fire Church in Durham, North Carolina. The news outlet obtained the report through a Freedom of Information Act, and that's how Trey King got this information. So for all of you wondering, and including you, Danny Chalmers, if you wonder how we got this information, it was due to the fact of the Freedom of Information Act. So don't get mad at me. So basically, the media had to send this information to the Wayne Metro Airport Police Department in Michigan to obtain this information. We were like, who in the hell is past this? We have a right to know. What if that was one of our damn kids or sister, grandma, some damn body getting pissed on? We need to know who to watch out for, because one thing about it, if that piss get in your eye, it's really going to be a red-eye flight. Anyway, now Chalmers' wife, she had to do damage control. Shara or Sahara, whatever her damn name, told Religion News Service that her husband had a bad reaction to a sleeping medication and was sleepwalking at the time. Pause. Hold on. Wait a minute. Stop. Think about it like the cha-cha slide. One thing about this right here is that it's not the medication that gave him a bad reaction. It's the fact that he allegedly mixed the medication with what? Alcohol. If you mix alcohol by itself, it give you a damn bad reaction. Some of y'all be pissing on your damn self just from drinking too damn much. You know what I'm saying? You see people in the club. You see them at home and shit. You know which spot not to sit in on that damn couch because it's full of what? Urine. Anyway, now on October 13th, Michigan authorities took into custody a man described by local news as a well-known North Carolina pastor. You had everybody. Billy Graham Jr. You had even John Gray. And John Gray, I think it's South Carolina if they ain't ousted him yet for cheating. You know, you ain't hearing from me. I mean, damn, that's the word going on around. But anyway, I'm not saying he's still cheating. But you have pastors from the North Carolina, South Carolina, the sister states, basically saying, I ain't do that shit. That shit ain't had nothing to do with me. So I'm like, well, somebody done it. Anyway, now according to Fox 2 Detroit, Alicia Beverly was flying from Las Vegas to Detroit on October 12th with her sister. After falling asleep, that's one thing about it. You don't fall asleep, somebody got to be awoke. Somebody got to be awoke. Now, after falling asleep, she awoke to find another passenger relieving himself on her. Now, fellas, women, imagine if that was you. Imagine if that was you, fellas. Some woman squatted all down and stuff, got that big old monkey in your face and stuff, making that clit spit. You know what I'm saying? Just pissing all on you. How would you take that? Some of y'all probably love that shit. Now, women, imagine that if some guy, whether he was big, small, well-endowed, or unendowed, imagine if you woke up to find that. I'm sure some of y'all would have grabbed your fist and did like this and punched her right in his damn balls. Anyway, now the FBI said a man was taken into custody and given a date to appear in court, but they did not identify him publicly. And why is that? Because he was a pastor, or was because he was, and don't you all get mad, white. You know what I'm saying? One thing about it, I'm sure if he was any other color, his ass would have been all over the damn news. But the fact that you all made us wait so long for this information, it's not like we up here trying to be racist or anything. But the point is, why would certain colors of people do certain things? That information get released quick as hell. Anyway, you all tell me what you think. Now, the police report published by the North Carolina Beat said that an off-duty officer saw Chalmers walking down the aisle of the airplane and then heard a scream coming from another passenger. The officer spoke to Beverly, who said Chalmers had urinated on her. Now, imagine if you was a police and you had to go through this police report and do this police report. And then you talk to somebody who you know what I'm saying, because urine have a smell, who smell like piss, and who is soaking piss and wet. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this right here, the pastor must got a good ass aim, because one thing about it, he didn't hit her sister. I mean, her sister didn't catch none of that. Alicia took that to the head right there. Alicia, damn, you need to sue him and get some damn money. Anyway, when the officer spoke to Chalmers, according to the report, this is what Chalmers did. He denied any involvement, allegedly said, I am a pastor. That is out of my character. I didn't do it. But hold on, you probably be sleepwalking. You probably be so full of it and out of it. That's what I was trying to tell you all. That's what I was trying to tell you all. But, hey, to each their own. You have a right to your own opinion like I do mine. But if the pastor had enough damn gall and enough audacity on this ninja to say, I am a pastor, that is out of my character, I didn't do it. So evidently, if you can speak like that, you in what? Somewhat of your right mind. It was the alcohol that made him act like that. Like Jamie Foxx said, blame it on the juice, blame it on the goose, whatever the hell they got you loose. Anyway, now when the flight landed in Detroit, Chalmers was cited on a misdemeanor charge of disorderly conduct, then released. When questioned by police at the airport, according to the report, Chalmers admitted having a few drinks. Now, he admitted to having a few drinks and taking sleeping medication. He also admitted to a blood alcohol test. And guess what? That blood alcohol test most likely came back. If he already admitted to having drinks and to also taking medication, guess what? The blood alcohol test come back that he was positive for alcohol. So for all you who said y'all are wrong for talking about this pastor, we weren't really talking about him. The thing was, we knew it was more to the damn story, because if that's the case, you would have Ambien doing recall from coast to coast, nation to nation, recalling these damn Ambien pills. Because one thing about it, it would be a nation full of pissy-ass people getting pissed off if the medication did that. But no, the medication did that when mixed with what? Said alcohol. Now, Cheryl Chalmers, a filmmaker and minister who runs Love Ministry, that's his wife, was with her husband, said he never intended to hurt anyone. She told the RNS in an email that he had an extreme medical reaction to the sleep medication Ambien and was sleepwalking when the incident occurred. Yeah, mixed with a little alcohol. And this is what she said, and we're going to close. She says, he has or would never intentionally hurt anyone, she said in an email. He has never done this before and would never take more sleeping medication. How about don't take the sleeping medication mixed with damn alcohol? Now, he has written to the passenger and taken full responsibility, repented of his sins, asked for forgiveness, and asked if there was anything he can do to make things right, as it was obvious traumatic for her. Hell yeah, it was traumatic for her. Imagine a stranger pissing on you. Some of y'all been married 30, 40, 50 years, 20 years, 10 years. Some of y'all just found somebody. Now imagine you waking up on anything, in your car or plane, bus, whatever, and that person pissing on you. Now, wouldn't that be traumatic to you? And wouldn't it also be even more traumatic if a stranger was pissing on you? But anyway, you all let me know what you think about this story. It's a sad situation. And Miss Alicia Beverly, hopefully you get some money out the deal, even though money ain't going to solve nothing. But guess what? Money can at least afford to buy you some new clothes and a new hairstyle. Not saying your hair messed up, but the fact that that pastor must have just urinated all over you. It's a sad situation. Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this. And let this be a lesson. Do not take sleep medication mixed with alcohol from now on. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you like the video, push that like button. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. Also, share this video with your family and friends. Till next time, you all stay blessed. Have a great day. Till again, I'm out.